the novel The Prince and the Pauper, chapter 23, The Prince, a Prisoner. Now, in this chapter, we are going to discuss how the prince becomes a prisoner. Prisoner. Now, in the previous chapter, we saw how the prince becomes a thief. A criminal. He becomes a criminal, a thief, for something he did not do. But the prince cannot prove it. Hugo did the theft, stealing, but prince is caught as the thief. After this, the prince is taken into custody or arrested by the officers. Even Hendon appears at this time. Now, the prince is taken to the judge. Okay. Now we are going to see how prince is judged and given a punishment according to his father's law. The prince, a prisoner. Now you can see how Miles Hendon and the prince meet after a long time. Right? Now they are before the judge. Now let's read the text. Hendon forced back a smile and bent down and whispered in the king's ear. Softly, softly, my prince. Wag thy tongue warily. What is the idea? Wag thy tongue warily. Don't speak. Don't speak. Wag thy tongue warily. Speak slowly, in other words. Huh? Softly, softly, my prince. Wag thy tongue warily. Warily. Nay. Then Hendon says, nay. Nay means no. No. Suffer it not to wag at all. Don't speak at all. Don't speak at all. Because prince's words are too dangerous. He speaks like a royal character, king, and often says he is the king of England. These words are too dangerous because no one believes them and it brings trouble to the prince. Therefore, Hendon tries to stop. Hendon tries to stop the king's mouth, the prince's mouth. Trust me, Hendon says, trust me. All shall go well in the end. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine in the end. Then he added to himself, Sir Miles, I am Sir Miles, bless me. I had totally forgot I was a knight. Lord, how marvelous thing it is, the grip his memory doth take upon these quaint and crazy fancies. Fancies means thoughts, crazy fancies means mad thoughts. Now Hendon believes the prince is still mad because of his madness, mad thoughts, crazy fancies. He calls Miles Hendon Sir Miles. Actually, Miles Hendon is not a Sir Miles. Sir, that title is given to Hendon by the prince. Prince still speaks to him, Sir Miles Hendon. The crowd fell apart to admit a constable. Then a constable appears. What is a constable? A policeman, something like an officer, sheriff, who approached and was about to lay his hand upon the king's shoulder. Now Hendon says, gently, good friend, withhold your hand, take away your hand. He shall go peaceably. Don't hurt the prince. He will go peaceably, peacefully. I am responsible for that. I will look to it. Lead on, go on. We will follow you. The officer went away with the woman and her bundle. Right? With the woman and her bundle. Right? With the woman and her bundle. Miles and the king followed after with the crowd at their heels. The king was inclined to rebel. Actually, the prince is somewhat angry because he is the king, but now he is arrested as a criminal. As a criminal, but he can't help because actually he is not the official king because he has no crown, no costume, no scepter, nothing. Therefore, the king inclined to rebel. Rebel means oppose or react against. But Hendon said to him, reflect, sire, think, sir. Underline these words. Hendon explains to the prince, your laws are the wholesome breath of your own royalty. What is the idea? Your laws gives life to you. Breath means life, royal life. Life of your royalty. Life of your royalty is given by your law. Without law, there is no royal family, no royalty. He says, therefore, you need laws, powerful laws. These laws make you royal family, royal people. Without laws, there is no royalty. Hendon explains. Shall their source resist them? Source means creators. If the royal family reject the law and require and expect the branches means the people. Expect the ordinary people to respect them. Do you think so? Will the people respect if you do not respect the law? You are the creators of law. You can't break the law. If you break the law, ordinary people will also break the law. Now the prince understands this. He says humbly, he says, thou art right. You are right, Hendon. Say no more. Don't speak anymore. Thou shalt see. You will see that whatsoever the King of England requires a subject to suffer under the law, whatever the king wants his subjects, his people to suffer under the law for some crime, he will himself, the king will himself suffer while he holdeth the station of a subject. Even the king will suffer from the same law when he holdeth, when he has or when he is in the same situation as an ordinary person. The prince says, now I am an ordinary person, not a king. Therefore, I must come under the same law. The prince says. Right. When the woman was called upon to testify before the justice of the peace. Now they are brought before the justice of the peace, judge, the court, to testify, give evidence before the justice of the peace. She saw that the small prisoner means the prince, the small prisoner at the bar before the court was the person who had committed the theft. The woman says, this boy is the thief. He took my parcel. There was none able to show the contrary. No one can show the contrary. Show the contrary means speak against it. Speak otherwise. Because prince has no friend or evidence or no witnesses. Even the judge has to believe what the woman says. Right, contrary. So the king stood convicted. Now, king is the convicted criminal. He is the thief, lawful thief. The bundle was unrolled. Then this judge orders to open the bundle to see the inside. Unrolled means open. Unrolled. Uncovered. And when the contents proved, the things in the bundle proved to be a plump. Plump means a chubby, very fat, little dressed pig. Dressed pig. Dressed pig means a pig, pork. Simply, it means pork. Pork, a pig prepared for food, dead one. Now, that is the content of the parcel, right? The judge looked troubled. The judge has a troubled look, upset look. He's surprised. Hendon turned pale. Even Hendon became pale, off-white. Because both this judge and Hendon, both of them are frightened to see the content, this dressed pig. And his body was thrilled in an electric shiver of dismay. But the king remained unmoved. But the prince, this little king, he has no idea about this. He does not know anything about this dressed pig or stolen good. He does not even know the punishment for this. But the judge and Hendon, they know. The judge meditated Meditated means thought. The judge thought a while during an ominous pause. Ominous means somewhat bad or evil or ominous. Silence. There was some bad silence. Then turned to the woman with the question. Now judge understands the little boy. This little boy is in trouble. He turns to the woman. The woman curtsied and replied. The judge questions, what does hold the property to be worth? Worth means value. What is the idea? What do you say the value of this property or this parcel? The judge questions the woman. What do you say? What is the value of this parcel? Simply. The woman curtsied, respected, said, 3 shillings, 8 pence. 3 shillings, 8 pence. This is the value. 3 shillings, 8 pence. Right? Something like 100 rupees and 50 cents. Something like that. $100 and 50 cents. I could not abate. I cannot reduce a penny. A single penny. Because this value, honest value, it is an honest value. Therefore, I am not going to reduce or abate single penny. Now, the price is 3 shillings, 8 pence. Now, Judge Miles Hendon, they are surprised to hear this, shocked to hear this price. Too much. Big amount. The justice glanced around uncomfortably upon the crowd, then nodded to the constable and said, clear the court, close the doors. Now judge orders to remove ordinary people from the court. It's going to be a private hearing. Privately. Now, who remains in the courtroom? The judge, Hendon, the woman, the boy, the constable, and the clerk. Right. It was done. None remained but the two officers, the accused. What is the accused? The prince. The accuser, the woman, and Miles Hendon. This letter was rigid and colorless. Miles Hendon letter means here. Miles Hendon is rigid, stiff. He is horrified, frightened to death. He knows the punishment. And his forehead, big drops of cold sweat gathered. Now Hendon is sweating with fear. Sweating with fear. Now judge speaks. These words are very important. Highlight them. This judge is a good-hearted, kind-hearted, human-hearted person. He is not as wicked as King Henry. He thinks of poor people. He knows the country's problem. Now the judge says, it is a poor, ignorant lad. This is very poor, ignorant. Ignorant means not educated, innocent lad, boy. Mayhap he was driven hard by hunger. He was driven hard by hunger. Because of hunger, he must have stolen this pig. For these be grievous times. These days are very grievous, very painful, sorrowful, and hard. Miserable. Grievous means miserable times for the unfortunate, unlucky people. Mark you, listen. The judge speaks to the woman. He hath not an evil face. Look at this boy. He does not have an evil face, wicked face, thief-like face. He has innocent, childish face, cute face. But when hunger driveth, when hunger is on, when hunger drives, when hunger controls people, good woman does know when people are hungry, they may do anything to find food. The judge explains. Good woman, do you know the punishments? When one steals a thing above value of 13 pence, half penny, if one steals anything above the value of 13 pence and half penny, the law said he shall hang for it. The punishment is death. Now this boy's punishment is death punishment. Do you know, woman? Because he has stolen a parcel above the value of 13 pence. Now woman is shocked to hear this punishment. To kill a young boy for a piglet? How unreasonable. Dead piglet, even the pig is dead. Now for that dead pig, an innocent human being is going to be killed. Is it reasonable? The woman is also a good-hearted woman. She is shocked. She feels sorry for the prince. She says, you see, now, this is the court scene. The piglet is on the table. Then woman says, oh, good luck. Oh, good luck, my God. What have I done? She's repenting now. She's repenting of her action. God have mercy. Oh, merciful God. I would not hang the poor little thing. I would not kill this poor boy. For the whole world, even the whole world, if he has taken the whole world from me, I would never kill this boy. Save me from this, oh, please, please, save me from this, your worship. She requests the judge, oh, judge, don't kill this boy. How can I stop this? How can I stop this? What shall I do? What can I do? The justice maintained the judicial composure and simply said, finally, the judge says, doubtless, there is no doubt. It's allowable, permissible. Allowable means you have permission to revise the value, change the value, reduce the value. Then the boy will save his life. Since it is not yet written upon the record, then in good names, call the pig 8 pence. Finally, the woman says, this pig is 8 pence. 8 pence. She reduces the price of the pig in order to save the prince's life. That is how Prince escapes death punishment because of the good-hearted judge and the good-hearted woman. He escapes from his father's own brutal law because of these good people. That is their humanity. Prince learns how to be human-hearted, kind-hearted, how to be humanitarian, humane towards other people. The prince learns from these people. Now, soon the judge announces the punishment. Now, there is no death punishment, but some small punishment is given in the prison. Given the prince is given some lashes and some short prison life, right? Because of this stealing. The prince is not killed. He is taken to the prison for a short time. This is how he escapes his death sentence. Hendon is very happy because his best friend is not going to be killed, right? Then the woman goes away with the piglet. The constable who arrested the prince, he follows the woman, right? Now you see this constable is very evil, corrupted, fraudulent character. He steals the piglet from the woman by giving him a low price. Now let's read that part, right? Go to page 182. The constable says, it's a fat pig. It's a very big fat pig. Promises good eating, good for eating, constable says. I will buy it from you. I'd like to buy it from you. Why? Now the woman has reduced the price to 8 pence. It's a cheaper price. This constable is trying to buy the pig for that price. Actually, the woman reduced the price in order to save the prince's life. But this constable, he misuses the situation, abuses the situation for his own benefit, selfish desires. Here is the 8 pence. Here is the 8 pence. Give me the piglet. Then woman says, 8 pence indeed, thou do such thing. No, you will do no such thing. No, you don't buy it for 8 pence. It cost me 3 shillings and 8 pence. You know, the real price of this pig is 3 shillings and 8 pence. The woman says again to the constable, you know, this constable is very cunning, deceitful, and even practical. He says, stands the wind in that quarter. Is that your decision? Is that your price? Thou wast under oath. You promised. Under oath means you promised to the judge that the real price of the piglet is 8 pence. Now you say 3 shillings and 8 pence. You so means you said, promised falsely when thou saidst the value was but 8 pence. Come straightway back to the judge. Let's go back to the judge. Let's say again the piglet is 3 shillings and 8 pence. The constable says. Now woman has no option. If she goes back to the judge and says the real value of the piglet, the prince will be hanged, killed. She does not want that. Therefore she says, there. Here, dear heart, say no more, don't speak anymore. I am content, I am satisfied. Give me the 8 pence. Give me the 8 pence. You can take the pig. In this way, in this fraudulent way, the constable steals the pig from this woman. She goes away with the 8 pence. Now this constable something unlawful thing. It is against law. Even for this action, deed, punishment is death. Punishment is death. Now Hendon notices this from a hiding place. The fraudulent dealing, action of this business of this corrupted constable. Hendon is a witness. The constable takes the piglet, hides it somewhere else. He goes back to the judge as nothing happened. Right? As nothing happened. Finally, the prince is given the punishment. He is taken to the prison by the constable, and Hendon also follows him. Hendon also follows him to the prison. Right. Now, that is the discussion about this on this chapter. Okay.